Small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast.
So gay.
Yeah, so Beauty and the Beast, eh? Who's seen it? Who doesn't want to see it? Who has seen it multiple times? Hi everybody, my name is Justin Gerhardt, the host of the GayMenChannel. This is Gay for Justin, my weekly vlog. And if you didn't get what this episode's gonna be about, you don't know where that song's from. Tale as old as time, Beauty and the Beast. If you haven't seen it already, just go see it. I don't even care if you know what the original is. This movie is going to blow parts of your mind, or blow all of your mind. It blew all of my mind. I absolutely love what they did to the movie and brought certain things to life that didn't exist in the original cartoon. These live actions are getting really good. I hear that Lion King and Mulan are both in the works as well. And I'm pretty excited about those too. Like these are childhood movies of mine. They get to take the original cartoon and expand it even more. And that's some of the reasons that I absolutely loved the Beauty and the Beast version. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm gonna give you some things. You know what? If I spoil something, it's your own fault because you have had lots of time to go see this movie. Okay, these are the things that I liked a lot, starting from the beginning. I love in that French little town how they showcase how they do laundry. Everything was just very realistic. The way that when she went into the bookstore, there was like 3 books. And if you think back to the cartoon, the bookstore was kind of big. So it didn't really, when you think about it, make sense that she read all the books so many times, whereas this detail finally makes sense where she's read all these books a bunch of times because there's 4 books to read, and she just picks the ones that she likes the most and goes back into that world. And then how she teaches the little girl how to read in the town, and everybody there is like, oh, you shouldn't know how to read, you're a girl. It's enough that there's one girl that knows how to read. Then all the backstories that we never got before. We never got any information about Belle's mom and what happened there, and they actually go and showcase where they were before they were in this little town. We've never understood why the Beast fully became the Beast. I mean, they did like a stained glass montage in the original cartoon about how he became the Beast, but this was live action. You saw Dan Stevens before he became the Beast in this beautiful castle. Audra McDonald and her absolutely stunning voice as she becomes the wardrobe later on, as she's this opera singer that's gorgeous. The fact that they brought a few different ethnicities into the mix, they didn't feel bound by the original cartoon in terms of skin color. Then they also addressed LeFou and the fact that he has this attraction to Gaston and that it may be more than just friendship. And obviously Gaston doesn't feel that for him, but I think you get a sense that LeFou is not this idiot. He actually is just probably not sure how to deal with his own sexuality. I mean, that's a little deep. But I think that's what they were hinting at, because later on in the movie, there are a few interactions with another character where clearly they have attraction for each other, and it's 2 guys. So that's amazing. I mean, so many gay people out there love Disney and feel like Disney spoke to them as children, and now the fact that they're writing a character in the movie that they can somehow see themselves relating to, it's amazing. The Be Our Guest sequence was absolutely spellbinding. I was blown away, like I was like trying to watch everything 17 places at once because there was just so much going on. My heart was swelling. I thought that the Gaston number was absolutely amazing. They added a little dance sequence in there, which was really cool. The song that they added for the Beast, when I first heard that song, I listened to it before I went to see the movie, and I was like, oh, this is weird, this does not fit. But in the context of the movie, it makes so much more sense. If you are familiar with the Broadway musical version, there's a song called If I Can't Love Her, and that was what the Beast normally sings, but I think the song Evermore makes more sense to the live action movie. So Alan Menken just writing new songs for the movie, which is amazing. There's a really beautiful moment in the live action version that didn't really happen in the cartoon version, where all the characters that are objects like Lumiere, the candlestick, and Cogsworth, the clock, they all slowly start freezing. And that's something they introduced into this version of the film, where every time the petal falls off the flower, they start to freeze a little bit more. And so when the last petal falls, they all start to close off and freeze completely. And that moment of them saying goodbye to each other is just something we didn't get in the cartoon. So there's just a deeper investment into the relationship between all these people. I just was in awe the whole time, and I'm so glad they did this, and it brought such a mix of people to the theater. All of my generation that watched this, like, this is the first VHS cartoon movie my family and I ever owned. And so it's near and dear to my heart. I absolutely adore it. And to watch it again like this, reimagined and even bigger than before, just makes it even more magical. And so it brings a new generation of kids that now then want to go back and watch the cartoons that we watched, brings all these adults, my parents, and then even older, brings them back to that moment where they went to watch the original, now they're watching the new one. Now, I know some of you haters out there are going to talk about Emma Watson and her voice and her acting. Here's what I have to say about that. Yes, she doesn't have Audra McDonald's voice, or even Ewan McGregor's voice. She's not a Broadway star, and I love her. I don't think that she's the best actress in the world, but I think that what she brought to the film was a sense of everything that she learned from the work that she did on the Harry Potter series. I mean, that is the biggest globally known book series in the world, movie series in the world, and she brought that with her. All of the work that she does for women's rights, she brought that with her. This is her favorite Disney movie of all time. She was offered the role of Cinderella and turned it down until this came up, and then was like, I have to do this one. So there was so much at stake for her as well that I know that she put absolutely everything into this. I think that she fit the role perfectly, and yeah, some people think that it should have been somebody who could be a better singer and belt the hell out of it, but I really like what she brought to the role. I liked the chemistry between her and the Beast, Dan Stevens, and even Gaston. I thought the casting was brilliant. Every detail was thought about, every detail was chosen for a specific reason. So for my birthday, I went and saw Beauty and the Beast and dressed up as Belle. Voila. I have never done drag before like that. I have to give a huge shout out to my friend Trevor, who in drag is known as Mon Amour. He's a drag queen here in Toronto, and he literally transformed my face. And it was absolutely amazing. Afterwards, people in the theater just couldn't believe that Belle was there. The people who worked at the theater were like, nobody dresses up like this, like that's so cool. And yeah, it was very fun. All right, guys, I want to know what you thought. I want to know what your favorite parts were, what maybe you thought could have been done better. I want to know what you think should be the next live action Disney movie. Have a great weekend. Go watch Beauty and the Beast, and like this video if you like Beauty and the Beast. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week. Y'all stay fabulous now. Bye.